than I normally keep it. Okay, it says we're live, so let's see if we really are. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. If you're here joining me, I would love to know if you would let me know in the comments that you're here. It looks like we might have a little bit of a delay. So let's see if I can. Okay, here it is. Let me pull my volume down. All right, welcome. Y'all come on in, and we're about to get started. Let me get this shared over to all the places. Yay! Okay, Amanda, thank you for letting me know. All right, I'm back. Hello, Marilyn. So glad to be back with y'all. Thank you for your patience with me having to cancel and postpone and all those things. I just appreciate y'all very much. And I thank you for your prayers and your support. Got my mom back home. She's a happy camper. She's still weak and has a way to go. But yeah, things are a lot better this Friday than we were this time last Friday. So thank y'all. Thank you for your support. So can you believe today is the last Friday in August? Yeah, it is. So I have some important things to tell you about. And then we also have a special guest, and she's going to show you something also. So let me give you the important details, kind of like announcements, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. So we finished up the workshop, the Be Still and Know workshop. And I'm just going to tell you that whenever I planned it out, I'm so thankful that I pre-recorded everything. I'm thankful for a lot of things, but especially that. And the Lord gave me an opportunity to walk it out. And, but I'm thankful that He is El Roy. He sees. He is there every step of the way. His goodness and mercy never fail us. And his sovereignty over all the many details is just hard to grasp. So that's what I've been doing. I've been practicing being still and knowing in the midst of a lot of stuff. So I'm thankful for all of you who signed up for the workshop. And as I'm going to show you what we were making, for those who maybe don't know what in the world I'm talking about, this is our Be Still and Know workbook, or notebook, journal book, whatever you want to call it. And it's precious. It's precious. And it's meant to be like a living evergreen journal that you'll continue to work in. So we used this to capture pages with names of God. We've also got a little section in the front for notes to self, like, hey, Pam, cease striving and breathe. I've told myself a lot that this past week. Breathe. Remember to breathe. We've got little reminders like this. He is, therefore I am. Or you could say it as He is, and in Christ I am. So these are all just reminders for us. Another reminder, His grace is sufficient. This one is where we began the names of God, the Yahweh, Jireh, Jehovah Jireh. And this has become a place to keep a record of who He is, but also keep a record of His goodness and faithfulness in our life. We can use this as a place like the catcher's mitt to capture those words of truth, the scriptures, and record them in here. And I can tell you that there's been so many times in my life where, and I thought of this the other day, where I did the artwork that would later become heart work. So I did the artwork, and later I would go back and review it, and it would be working on my heart. So I feel like that's probably for many of y'all who have been working through your journals. They may not specifically hit a place in your heart at that moment, but if you keep working through it, the Holy Spirit will bring it back to your remembrance. So I just want to encourage y'all to keep working in your journal. Don't stop. Keep building it out. So with this journal, we also had a big invitation to join our Creative Heart Studio and our Printable Club. So they both work together as using the framework from our calendar, our yearly calendar. And this is where we're taking a monthly theme, like the one we're prepping for right now is this. This is the artwork. That's the verse. And the name of God for this month, for September, is Jehovah Shalom. God is peace. And y'all, it's just ministering to my heart as I've been working on the verses, on the traceables. And I'm just looking forward to how he's going to use that for our heart work. Our artwork will become our heart work. So, yeah. So this is what's coming in September. Jehovah Shalom, God is peace. But before that, on this coming Tuesday, Tuesday, we always do the first Tuesday in the month is for the Printable Club, where we have a member who will come in and share a technique that they, like we've had a member show how to do the signatures in the little travel journals. Someone has done, Susan did a beautiful job taking a golden book and transforming it into a journal. So this month, I'm going to be showing you how we can take the printables or your artwork and make a small version to capture those names of God. So we've made a special invitation to the ladies who have attended the workshop. We've invited you to come be our guest on Tuesday night. Check your email because that's where you'll have the information to invite you to come join us. This is going to be like a party, sort of. We'll have our Printable Club members and our Creative Heart Studio members together, and we're going to make some fun stuff. But we want to do it in a pocket size or a purse size so that you have a quick reference for your names of God. So similar to this is a little, I don't know what they call this, a little decorative piece that I got at Dollar General. I added a little handle things to it, and I used these tags to hold the different names of God as reminders. And there's more that some of them fell off. So think of these little notebooks that we're going to make on Tuesday as a place to have them with you. In your purse, on your body for when things happen and you just want to go back through them to remind yourself. So one of the things that we'll be using something like this, like the little, I don't really know what this is called. It's for index cards. These are awesome. This size notebook, if this will fit in your purse, you could use something like this. These little notebooks, composition books, you can easily get those. If you don't have anything else, you could even use something like that. So we'll be sending out a supply list for y'all to give you some ideas of what you can use to Tuesday night to make something that you can keep with you all the time, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing. All right. So Wendy, hello. I'm glad you're here. And you know what? So Wendy said it was timed perfectly, the Be Still and Know workshop. It was for me as well. And now he continues as Jehovah Shalom, peace. Brandi and I just spoke about that because, y'all, I painted this calendar last year. And it's time for me to paint the calendar for 2026. And there's a lot of prayer that goes into it before my paintbrush ever hits the paper or the canvas. So the prayer that I start off with is, Lord, you know what's going to be happening next year. If we even have a next year, you know what's going to be happening. You know what we're going to need to be reminded of. And I just go with what I feel like he's prompting me to do. And so that's how this calendar came into being. And I don't get any credit for it. He gets all the credit for the way things have lined up. So I'm looking forward to what he gives me for this coming year, because I'm about to have to start painting it. Not have to, I'm about to get to paint it. Hey, Marla and Alina. Just want to say hey to a few of y'all. Roxy, Sherry, thank you for your prayers. I really do appreciate it. And I know so many of y'all have been praying and encouraging me. Don't worry, everything's good. Go take care of your mama. Hey, Johnette and Diana, Barbara, I'm glad to see you here. And Lori, Brenda, hey, Chris and Holly. All right, Marilyn. So, y'all, I do want to give you one more sneak peek, and then Brandi is here because who was it that asked? Was it Brenda?
It might have been.
Brenda, were you the one that asked if Brandi could show us how to do that bag? I can't remember who asked, but she is here. So I want to give you a sneak peek. So y'all, if you don't have this book, I highly recommend it. I'm still working through it. And what I've been doing, just to give you a behind the scenes peek at how I do this, I'll look at the calendar and see, okay, what's the name of God for this month? And so then I'll find it in this book. And so I know it's God is peace. And at first I was saying it wrong. I was saying the God of peace. And I looked closer at it. He is peace. He is peace. There is no peace apart from him. That's pretty powerful, isn't it? So 127. So then I'll go over to page 127. And then I'll start reading what Miss Kay Arthur says about this. I love you too, Wendy. Thank you, Alina. So I start reading it, and I'll underline it, and I'll pick out the verses that I think we can letter, and then I pull out my planner, and I go to September, and I start planning it out. That's where I plan it out. And then I put my notes in there of things that I have spoken to me. And y'all, I think there's only 5 weeks in September, and I got a lot more verses than 5. Oh my goodness. So now I'm to the point of picking and choosing what will fit on a traceable. So that's where I'm at with that. And one of the verses, and y'all this might be familiar to you, number 6:24. The Lord bless you and keep you. And I wished I could play that song by Carrie Job and her husband. She has a song with those words, and it brings me to tears every time I listen to it. Okay, so that's what's coming for lettering. We will we'll be the sponge, and we will soak in Jehovah Shalom. How many of y'all need that? I do. So the other thing that I want to give you a sneak peek for Creative Hearts is we always have lettering that lines up with the verses of that month. We also have a painting. So this month's theme is Jehovah Shalom, God is peace, but also birds and bird nests. So see our little artwork. So I've got a painting for us to do this month, and the technique that I'm showing you for September in the studio is, you know how I always say shop your stash? This is kind of like shopping your yard or a park or something like that. So I'll be showing you behind the scenes of how I choose a color palette and pull my paints. And I think I've shown you that before, but then this time I take it a step further, and I went outside and I found all kinds of treasures that coordinate with our paint colors, and it's so much fun. This is my little mushroom that shriveled up. Have these little bitty teeny weeny baby acorns, and I'm encouraging you to go outside, even if you don't have a yard. Go to a park, walk down a street. You don't have to go far. This was some little moss. See how pretty that is? And then even this dead piece of a limb. This matches. Remember the color, dark titanium. This matches that. Thought that was pretty cool. This is one of my favorite colors, that greenish gray. Look at that. That was just in the ground. This is from a shrub, so it's very peaceful to get outside into nature and just explore and learn from it. Nature can teach us so much about God and who He is. So that's our big thing for Creative Heart Studio. There we are. We're back. Okay, Lord, would you please help our internet? So these pieces right here are examples of how autumn, I like to say autumn. We all say fall here in the South, but I like saying autumn. So you can see the little places where autumn has come in, and it's like she's kissed the tips of the leaves, whispering that it's coming. I know it's hot. I know you feel like you're going to melt, but I'm coming. I'm coming. I haven't forgotten. I'm coming. And to me, that's what faith feels like, isn't it? So we're going to take those little things from my yard and around on our land, and I'll show you how we can create a color palette. We're going to paint on paper. Whenever I first started painting years ago, how old are you, Brandi? 35. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I started painting. My daughter is the same age as Brandi, so a long time ago. And it evolved into painting on paper, and not with watercolor paint, but with acrylic paint. That's how I learned to paint, is on paper with watercolor paper with acrylic paint. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you in this. And this is one of my favorite little pieces right there. That's a mushroom. I painted it on paper, cut it out, and applied it. The same with the acorns, the little bird. There's lots of texture and depth and dimension in it. And this is that big circle. And this is our project. This is our big project. We'll also take some of those little elements throughout the month and use them in journaling too. So that's what's coming. So for the Tuesday night Zoom, we'll give you some ideas of what you could bring. But if you're in the printable club, like you've got, these are your printables for this month. I printed this out onto canvas that you can run through your printer. I'm going to use this. I've got this that I printed out onto vellum, but we'll just explore some different things. I printed this out onto sticker paper, and I can use this to cover one of these little notebooks. And I'm thinking, and y'all consider this, making several and share it. Like my sister's birthday is next week, and she's coming into town this weekend. I'm going to try and make one for her birthday. So I think these would be good gifts that you could start now and use them for birthday gifts or use them for Christmas gifts. But this is an example of what's inside the Printable Club this month. And so I'll use these. I'll also use some of all of this. If you're not in the Printable Club, studio ladies, y'all can paint this. You can paint on canvas. If you're in the workshop, you could print out your traceables, make a smaller version of it. You could go ahead and be thinking about what size notebook you want to make, and then you can scale your designs down. But we'll talk more about that. But I'm mentioning this so that your wheels can start turning. Diana said, does the canvas have to be attached to paper? No, it just runs through. And I ordered it. I think the package is down there, isn't it? I ordered it from Amazon, and I've been pleased with it. The first, look at it. There it is. This is what it looks like, Diana. It's called Artist's Canvas. This is the brand Photo Paper Direct. And I was really impressed with it. It just went right through. And then I was able to flip it over, and I did the other side so that it was double-sided.
See Barbara's question.
Absolutely, Barbara. You can do that. You can do that. You could even attach the actual print and card using Mod Podge.
Mm-hmm.
You could absolutely do that. Good, Marilyn. Good. Okay, well, good. I was impressed with it. I wanted to try it before I told y'all about it. So, you know, I love that, Wendy. I have one of those also, the little cameras. And okay, that's a good point. So Diane said my printer won't run multiple copies, but it will print them one. And that's how I had to print mine too. Yep. Okay, gotcha, Barbara. Yep, you can absolutely make copies. Do a color, use color copy with the best. Well, everybody's is different, but mine will say, I don't remember what it says, but best, it's a little grid and you run it across to best, but you can absolutely do that. You can. Okay, did I miss anything? Where's my list?
You want to tell them that is the same circle that we used in February?
Yes. So this is the same circle from our Creative Hearts project in, was it February?
I think it was February.
Wow. So if you did that and you have this circle, this is a 15-inch circle, you could do this on the back. And the kits that we're putting together have that little smaller circle with the bling. I've got some really pretty bling for this project. And this is our color palette for September. Okay. The last thing that I want to say before I turn this over to Brandi is we've got a few spots left for our in-person retreat in October. We would love to have you. We've got several projects that we're going to do this time. Last time we did one big project, but this time we've got several projects, and we are focused on technique, learning a new technique. So we'll be doing mono printing. We will be doing, there's several things. I'm not going to tell you all the things we're going to do. That's the link for the retreat. Barbara, I would love if you were, I know you've got a lot going on, but I would love if y'all are able to come, we would love to have you. We're getting everything together now. And I'm also going to post the link to sign up for the Creative Hearts. Y'all, this is the best group. I think I can say best. This is just the best group of ladies. I saw your name, Holly. I was super excited to see that. I was afraid that I couldn't remember when your trip was, and I was afraid we might have overlapped it. So I'm so glad you're going to get to come. I think y'all are going to really enjoy it. We're going to do some clay, but our big painting will be the restored heart. That's what it'll be. Okay. All right. So I think I put all the links in there. Sign up for Printable Club, sign up for Creative Hearts Studio, and watch your email. We'll give you all the details for this Tuesday night. You sure can, Wendy. You sure can. You can buy the bling and the small circle only. Yes. If you will send an email, we'll see if we can get that figured out as far as price. Yep. Okay, y'all. So let me move my stuff. Brandi, do you want to get that down and show them the bag? So last month we didn't make a bag. We painted a canvas bag, and it was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really want to do more. I started out painting on fabric. That was my first thing that I ever painted on, I think. So I love to paint fabric, and I want to do like a denim jacket and some other things, but have not had time to do that. But here's our canvas bag. This is the front and the back. And I added a button to mine, and then I did the little dangles up here at the top. All of this was inspired by a placemat that I found at Hobby Lobby. So this was inspired by it. Even our project for September was inspired by this one particular placemat. And so when Brandi and I were looking at it, when we get too close together talking about creative stuff, there's a lot of fireworks that go off.
So much fun.
We could do this. We could do this. We could do this. We could do this. And so guess what? She's going to show you how to do the idea. Oh, let me show them.
Yeah, that's a napkin.
Don't y'all love this?
So
I mean, I just love it. This is a napkin. I love the pattern. I love the color. I just love all of it. And so this is what was born from this. So Brandi, she's got a background in sewing, and she said, oh, we could sew this into a bag to go down in this. And she did. She did it. And so by special request, she's going to show how she did it. Now, she's not using the sewing machine here, but she can verbally tell you how she did it.
So we talked about how this started. How did it start in the other group? Do you remember? Because I didn't get to sign on for that Zoom of like, how did that get started?
I don't remember. I don't remember, but
that's totally fine. So I think my favorite question to ask in the warehouse is, "Oh, what if we did this?"
Yeah,
I think we talked about that before too.
That's her question.
It's trouble or it's fun. It's just however you decide to look at it.
It's fun.
So Pam found these, and again, these are in case you're looking for these are the Market Square placemats. If you've seen at Hobby Lobby, it's kind of that kitchen section that they're kind of keeping in stock now. That doesn't ever seem to go on sale, but they're fun. They're worth it. So she brought this one, and we were playing around with the different things that we could do.
Let me see if I can move the camera. Forgot to do that.
There we go.
Okay, now y'all can see.
Perfect. So we've got
Let
that.
me move this back.
You got it down. Fantastic. Awesome. So we've got our placemat, and I'll show you. It's fairly simple of what you can do. And I've got a couple of options for if you don't sew. That's completely fine. Hey, Sherry. I know not everybody does so. We talked about that when we did the fabric, printing on fabric early in the CAP membership, So I'll show you finished projects first. And then how do I switch cameras real quick?
Just
drag it.
See it? Yep.
Perfect.
Just slide it back and forth.
I'm a learner.
You got it, girl. You're a smart cookie.
But yeah, so we talked about just kind of little clutch fold over piece. So I'm just gonna
clutch. Okay.
Yeah, I said that's kind of like size-wise what I would say. But we went from the one placemat to kind of this.
And look how you can have it tucking or coming out of it. It's just anyway,
super easy.
Go ahead.
So no, you're fine.
We got super excited.
We really did. So we played. She also had the napkins that matched. We played around with what if you did the napkins. I felt like for folding it, like we're going to fold this one, I didn't feel like it had the weight to it that you would want. But you could honestly, take these and sew two of them together and make another bag too. I mean, like that would make a really good, it'd be a really big bag, but you could do that as well.
They had a peachy color also, and I got that also, but it's down in the warehouse.
It's the same pattern as this, but it's a little bit more peachy. So, alrighty. So there's the napkin. I wanted to talk through this, but from this lovely placemat, we created this bag. We're going to do like the cooking shows do and not make you wait the 2 hours that it takes to do everything. So for this one, I actually used what's called Stitch Witch. I think it's Stitch Witchery or Steam-a-Seam. I use Steam-a-Seam on this. And it's just a double-sided kind of seam material that you heat down. Now, I wouldn't use that particular one that I had to hold the entire thing. It's going to kind of pull. So I took and I added some decorative stitches kind of around, just kind of place them around. I'm going to show it upside down. While I do so, I do not hand stitch to save my life. So it is very, very, I don't know what the word is, but it's very primitive. There we go, primitive. But then I just added a little decorative stitch up top there as well. But I'll show you how I folded this one to get there, and I'm going to use my bag as a sample.
Do y'all sew? Does anybody sew? Oh, you have to do it with your touchpad.
Oh, it's with the touchpad. So mine is not that. So mine has a touch screen, and I'm used to my computer. So now you can see I'm just laying the other one on top.
Oh, that's a good point. Wendy said you could use the napkin to make pockets.
Oh, that's a great idea. Oh yeah, they would do really, really well, and you could just kind of whip those on real fast. So I'm actually going to, if I were doing this bag with the same stripe this way, I'd actually have to turn it over first. So it's just up to you how you want to go. I am going to kind of use this as a guideline to fold, and there's no perfect thing. You just kind of make it work for you how you'd like it. I didn't bring my Stitch Witch or my steam seam with me, but you would just take a strip of that and put it right kind of through here, steam it down with your iron. You might want to put a piece of cotton in between it just to kind of protect your cloth again, and then you'd peel that. I'd do both sides, and then you'd fold it over.
Is that a strip?
It is a strip. It's on a roll. So, the reason I use this steam seam is because I could not find my fabric glue anywhere.
Okay.
So I believe the fabric glue would be a good hold for you as well.
I have fabric glue.
You do? So we can try and see how well if you want to cinch this one down.
Like fabric tack, right?
Yeah, fabric tack should work. So I could not find my because I used the Heat and Bond fabric glue for our project the first time, and then I even put to get my little lip here while she's looking for me.
This is fabric.
Dan, that may be my favorite statement ever. I have a wonderful machine, but that was 2 craft addictions ago. I'm stealing that. How many projects can I start? All of them. All of them's the answer. So we're going to glue it today just to make sure you're good if I glue it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you want me to do that little fold like this, or you want yours to just be straight?
I like that little
You like
fold.
this fold? Okay. I'm going to maybe...
I'm going to get a bag too, y'all.
We're going to see how good the fabric tack is going to hold it.
Yeah.
I like to add just that little extra. Until I don't use the fabric glue very much at all. There it goes. It just takes it a minute. Make sure you know where your fold lines are.
Thank you for doing this for us.
Oh, thank y'all for letting me do it. So.
And originally, whenever I bought the placemat, I was thinking we could paint on the placemat, but I was afraid it would bleed through to the other side. So just know that that was an idea also of just painting on it.
If I had quilt pins, I would actually go and not quilt pins, clips. I would go and hold those up down, but you could use even
binder clips.
Binder clips will work. I was thinking clothespins.
I know where they
I was thinking clothespins. Like I actually have clothespins and hang up my clothes. No, not at all. That's what the dryer's for.
I have clothespins too. There's 2.
Perfect.
How many you need?
2 more would be fantastic.
Yep, I got 2 more.
I'm just curious how well this glue is going to hold. I still would stitch it, even hand stitch it. That gives you that decorative stitch that you can use, and that gives you also just that extra little bit of hold. Perfect. Oh yeah, we'll do that. And then with the fabric glue, so that I wanted to get this gold piece here. I just wanted a little extra something versus it being here. Now you could absolutely just fold it over and you're good to go. And you can move this around so it doesn't have to fold straight onto that. If you fold it back a little bit more, almost matching up your lines, you've got about an inch that holds over here where it just kind of folds over. But we're going to kind of flip that over.
Question, but I don't see it on mine.
Do you think it would bleed through if you use fabric gesso medium? That's going to be a Pam question.
That's a good idea, Brandi. I bet it would be okay. And then don't make it really heavy. Like with the bag, I kind of pushed the brush bristle down into the fabric. I think if you tried the gesso, I think you could do that. Yeah, I think it would work. I didn't think about that earlier. Let me get some.
Okay. So while she was talking through that, I'm actually going to use this clip that's here.
Okay.
I think. Ideally, I'm going to use it. So we just added that little bit of gold there just to give it a little bit of different thing. And we talked about painting directly onto this. Okay, in theory, I may have to use a second
All
clip.
of our projects are fleshed out.
They really are. So, but it makes for fun that way. All right, so I'm going to use this clip here as well. And while that's thinking about it, I'm going to show on this one a little bit more.
This one.
Oh, perfect. Let's add just one more down here.
So did you put the stitch stuff there?
I did.
The glue.
So I just glued it kind of while we were talking on this inside piece. I would probably put a little something heavier down on that. Just while we're talking about stuff. So one thing I did add to this bag that I haven't gone back and added to my other one are these little D-rings. I'm going to try to show them there. Let me show them.
See, I didn't know that's what those were called, but it's shaped like a D. So did you find that in sewing, or where did you find it?
I found this in sewing. You can find D-rings also in the jewelry department. This heavier bound one is going to be in the sewing one. Just because you could put your clip on there. You could put a carabiner on there. You could loop something so that you can tie off. It just gives you a nice piece here. And I just took it and I just hand stitched it down in there. I didn't want it to move too much at all.
Like you could do one of those guitar straps.
You really could. That's really kind of what I had in mind. Those have been very popular lately, and they've got the guitar straps in Hobby Lobby back in the t-shirt section. Because they've got a few other little bags too. But yeah, so you could do this however you wanted to. You could paint on it. You could letter on it, I guess, if you wanted to. I would defer that to Pam.
So you know what? So flip this back. So if you wanted to paint, this was what I was originally thinking, is if you wanted to paint on it, I would take a seam ripper and open this up, the seam, and slide some paper or something like that on there so that it kept it from bleeding through on the other side.
I don't know how well y'all can see. There's that little bitty seam right there, and it goes on both sides. So that just gives you that pocket to kind of put something into.
That's what I was going to do, but I was afraid it'd be too complicated.
So I also did a blue one because I'm more in the blue worlds and everything. And this one I just sewed. It is two seams. It is just a stitch right here and a stitch right here. What I did is I did work both of them from top to bottom because I didn't want to do one from here and then do this one in case it shifted any on me. So I just kept that tension there. I'll probably go back and add D-loops. If I were doing it kind of more professionally, I would have taken a piece of ribbon with that D-loop and I would have placed that ribbon on the inside of this seam right here so that when I sewed this line that it would catch right there.
Okay.
That's what I probably would have done. But I can still go back and I can either put them high up here, kind of in this piece here, or I can take and I can just put them on the side like I did this one. My happy accident that I found while Pam was talking earlier is this bad boy will flip inside out. And I got so excited because I was like, I can just change it up. It doesn't take much to entertain me, but yeah. So that would let me have it the other way. And I would just press it.
That.
It almost gussets it out, adds it a little bit more there. And then it would just
Isn't that
flip
cute?
over as well. So, oh yeah, I think I'm going to put my D-rings in differently.
That's a good point, Trish. Or before you glue it. Let's see. Hey, Avery, welcome. So there may be others who just joined. Brandi is just showing how this placemat from Hobby Lobby caught my attention. This is the napkin, and I bought this. I bought the placemat, and then they also have a kind of a warm peachy color, and these were the inspiration behind this bag that we painted in Creative Hearts, and for our painting for September. And so when I showed it to Brandi, it just snowballed of what we could do with this placemat. So she's showing how she did hers. Does anybody have any questions about it? Let's get it back over here.
I love questions. I can answer questions. Original thoughts.
You can ask a lot of questions too.
I do. I have to know all the things.
She does, but they're always good questions of, well, what do you want to do about this and about this and this and this? And I'm like, had not thought about that, but I need to. Okay. Anybody got questions?
I still would probably let this. I'd like to see how long this glue takes to really, really dry to make sure. And then you're not putting a bowling ball in there anyways. But I still want to make sure it's going to stay pretty good. I would test it out a couple of times if I had the glue. If I were trying to do the glue only, just to make sure that it's going to stay. If you're not going to put something terribly heavy in there, but still you want to make sure you don't have gaps or anything in that world as well.
And what she was originally going to use is
steam a seam, and it comes in 1/4 inches. I may come in 1/2 inch, I'm not sure, but it's just a roll, and it is iron,
probably like glue dots.
It's a lot like a glue dot, but it is a singular strip. I'm trying to think if we've used it. Some people, steam a seam or stitch witchery, I think would work as well.
To bond the two sides together. Probably the heat with that you would iron it, and that heat would help it really bond together.
Exactly. Yes. And you don't want to move, like you don't want to iron like you're ironing clothes. I think we talked about that in the past fabric one. It's more of a pick up and put down, so that you're getting that pressure on that actual seam, and then pick up and put down, pick up and put down. So
yeah,
Roxy had a good question.
Let's see, Pam, did you say the video to painting your bag is in the closet? It sure is, Roxy. So this is the August lesson, and it's in the mixed media. So
it's called Field of Flowers. I'm so sorry.
Field of Flowers. No, that's perfect. And it was a lot of fun. If you do this, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you're going to want to paint everything.
You really are. That's why I haven't started it
and
yet.
This is a gusseted bag. And, well, is it gusseted? This is the one. So we have a kit for this. We have a kit to paint for this project. It's called the Field of Flowers kit.
It's just Field of Flowers kit, yeah. So it's going to come in a teeny box, but it's going to have everything that you need in it. It's going to be ready to go.
I used to paint floor cloths, and so you would use a similar fabric for floor cloths, and then we would varnish it, and they'd just be beautiful.
Oh, I bet they were.
And they last forever. So this will last. This will last.
Cool.
Yeah, good question. And then for those who maybe just popping in, let's see, Avery's. Let's see. Let me show you this. This is the September project, and
hold on.
This is also inspired by that same placemat of just the warmer gold yellow. And you could actually, and I love to create things in collections, and I especially love for all our projects to kind of flow right into each other. So this, the sunflowers flows into this project. This is September. I'm going to put it on my mantle, and I think this would be pretty up under it on the mantle. You could hang it. Did we give them a hook?
They do get a hook.
Yeah, you get a hook with this kit. You could hang it on the wall or on a door, and then the project that we're going to do in October is going to flow from this. So my goal is with all of our projects that it's going to help you surround yourself with beautiful things, but also reminders of truth. So like this right here, I've just got, may grace and peace be with you. Our lettering for September is Jehovah Shalom, God is peace, and it's verses about peace. And he is the only source of peace, true peace. Everything else is temporal. It fades away, but he is solid. He does not vary, or
thank goodness.
Yeah, he's dependable. Let's see. Any other questions?
My brain had ideas while we were sitting here doing this.
Okay, Avery, does it matter how you use them? Do you mean the bag? This bag, Avery? Is that what you mean?
Or more like the placemats themselves.
Originally, when we were designing this, we were thinking that this bag could go down into here like this, and it does. I mean, it fits perfect down into there. And if you're if you sew, you could make little dividers.
Oh, absolutely.
There's
Very
a
easily.
lot you can do with this. A lot of potential.
Yeah,
A lot of potential.
Pockets like Wendy was talking about to the front.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, if y'all don't mind, let me recap so that I make sure I said all the things that my brain is just now getting back to reality.
Here it is.
Is that it? Okay.
That's it.
So, the CHS project, every month in CHS, we do a lettering project, or we have lettering based on our theme word. Name of God is Jehovah Shalom, and then we have supporting verses for peace. So we're going to be lettering those in September. There's 5 weeks in September, so you'll get a different traceable for every week. And there's some good ones, very good ones. And then you also get in the mixed media, in the CHS, you get a mixed media project that we paint. And for those who don't know, mixed media is when you're using more than one medium. So like I use watercolor, but I'm not a watercolor artist. I use watercolor, but most people who say they're a watercolor artist, that's what they use strictly. I'm not an oil painter. I don't use oil. I use all the things, and I like all the things. So that's why I love mixed media. So this is actually also mixed media. It's got acrylic paint in here. We have beads. We have fibers. You can see that in there. I love adding different texture. I love making up bling. So this is one of the projects. This is a mixed media project. It's using acrylic paint. It's on wood. We are also using neo colors. We're using pencils in here. We have embroidery floss in there, all kinds of beads. This is gauze, buttons, paper.
We love the gauze.
Yeah. So we just love all the stuff.
We really do.
And so I'm always thinking about, how can we paint with that? How can we incorporate this? Because really, I'm looking at the color, just like the wood that I found. These are the inspiration, the outdoor inspiration. And I chose the things that coordinated with the paint colors. So this is part of the palette. This, even though this is just a piece of old wood, it's still part of my palette because I'm using it as inspiration. This is just a piece of moss, but it's more than a piece of moss. So this month is about training your eye to look outside and look at what God's created, and how can you get inspiration from this, from what He created, to incorporate it into your creations. Like this leaf, it's been kissed by autumn. She came in and gave it a little kiss, and it started to turn brown. But I love this time of year because it's a reminder that it's not going to always be this hot. It's going to get better. You have hope. Hang on. Wait. So, So we're excited about what's coming. And I think I'll go ahead and, for those who did the window, we have the fall window will be coming in September. I'll let you know for sure the date next week, but that's coming also. So we're painting this in September inside the membership. We are lettering in September. We're doing those fun eggs. I don't know where I put them. We've got a big stack of eggs and bird nests in our printable club. So we have so much to share with you in September.
And we're all joining together next Tuesday, right?
Oh, yeah. Everybody. If you did the workshop, we're inviting you as our special guest to come and just be with us on Tuesday. And we're going to make some small versions of our, I don't know where I put it. Here it is. Here it is. I've got so many stacks in here. I mean, it's easy for stuff to get lost. So this is our Be Still and Know journal. And we're going to make a small pocket size something, and whatever you want to use is fine. Like this right here is great because it's got the little index cards so that you can have a quick, easy access to go back through your names of God and help you remember El Elyon, the God Most High. Remember Elohim, the Creator. Jehovah Shalom, Jehovah Shammah. There's one place that you can keep all of them. Have you already taught the bag lesson? Yes, Jill. It is. You can find it in Creative Heart Studio in our August lesson, and it's called Field of Flowers. Field of Flowers. All right. So if you've not joined us yet, would love to have y'all join. We have a wonderful group of ladies that will welcome you in, and they're just like creative sisters, as that's what we call each other. We're creative sisters and love each other and pray for each other and explore all the craft supplies together. All right.
Oh,
good, Sherry. Thank you. Sherry said this has been so helpful to me to learn and remember the names of God. We need those reminders, don't we? And I do.
Yeah.
And the more places we can put them, the easier it's going to be to recall them and bring them back to mind.
Absolutely.
All right. Did I forget anything?
We have a few more spots for beloved.
Oh, yeah. We have a few more spots for our in-person retreat, October 3rd and 4th. We'd love to have y'all. Yes. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and I can't wait for y'all to join us. We're going to be, I'm not even going to show you what we're going to be doing. I'm dying to show you, but I can't show you. I'm not good at keeping surprises. I want to go ahead and give it to you, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. All right. Thank y'all for being here. If you have any questions at all about anything, whether it's either one of the memberships, and we've got members on here right now that would help answer, and give their opinion of either one of the memberships. If you have questions about the Be Still and Know workshop or about our Tuesday night gathering, about the bag, if you have questions about the bag, Brandi can help answer that. But I'm excited to have y'all, excited to be back with you, and looking forward to creating some more together. All right. Yes, we can't wait either. We're going to have a big old bear hug, Sherry. Yes, it's going to be wonderful. All right, y'all. Go have a wonderful Friday. And do y'all go on vacation for the Labor Day, or do y'all stay home? I'm just curious. I think that she did, Diana. I thought that she put it in the, we need to ask. Because this sheet was left off. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All the things over.
I'll
ask her.
This is it printed on vellum. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? I'm so excited about it. And I can't wait to see what y'all do with these. Brandi's going to ask her, and we'll let you know. Stay home. I do too. Redecorating for fall. Good job. So Holly's going to stay home. Yeah. We like to stay home too. We do too. All right. Once we know, I'll put it in the group. How does that sound? So that you know where it's at. All right. Oh goodness. Rotator cuff surgery.
Ooh,
I've had that. But he's going to feel so much better after he heals from that surgery. I'm glad he has you to help him. All right, ladies, y'all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be popping in and out with updates. So look forward to seeing all of y'all on Tuesday night. All righty. See you later. Bye-bye.